Hello class, welcome once again in your online class. Today we will read Geography of 7th Standard Chapter 2nd Inside Our Earth. Students, you know that the Earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the Earth? What is the Earth made up of? Earth is a dynamic planet. Dynamic means you know that Earth is always in motion, in changing mode, inside and outside. But we don't know when we sleep, when we walk. On that time, Earth is in motion, inside and outside. But we don't know. So, in this chapter, we are going to read what have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the earth. In this chapter, we will know what is inside the earth and what is the earth made up of. Come on, the chapter Interior of the earth, inside our earth. You have seen, just like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. The uppermost layer over the earth's surface is called the crust. It is the thinnest of all the layers. It is about 35 kilometers on the continental masses and only 5 kilometers on the ocean floors. Students, you know that earth looks like an onion and it has been divided it has been made in different layers, just like onion. And the uppermost layer over the earth's surface is called crust. You can see the figure here, and in the figure the red portion, rounded red portion, is core. After that you are getting in yellow portion mantle, and upper part of the earth is lithosphere. And on the lithosphere you will get the thinnest layer, and that is known as crust. And you must know that the range of crust on the continental mass is 35 kilometer, and on ocean floors it is only 5 kilometer. Come on, the next. The main mineral constituents mass are silica and alumina. And you will get on the continental mass the mineral component. What are the mineral components? Silica and alumina. And you can say it Sial. You can take Si from silica and Al from alumina. On the oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. And on the oceanic crust, the mineral constituents that are silica and magnesium, and you can call it Si from silica and Ma from magnesium. You can say it Sima. And silica and alumina, you can say it Sial also. Come on, the next. Just beneath the crust is the mantle, which extends up to a depth of 2900 kilometer below the crust. And just beneath the crust, just down the crust, you will get mantle, and the range in kilometer of mantle is 2900 kilometer, that is below the crust. The innermost layer is core, and the innermost layer, that is core, and the radius is about 3500 kilometer. and it is mainly made up of nickel and iron, and core is made up of nickel and iron, and we can say it in Hindi, Nife, nickel, Ni from nickel and Ff from ferrous. Ferrous, you say it iron also. The central core has very high temperature and pressure, and on the central core you will get very high temperature, heat, great heat, and great pressure there. Come on, the next topic, rocks and minerals. The Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the Earth's crust is called rock. Underline these lines from the Earth's crust to caldera. So you know that Earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. Natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the Earth's crust. Rocks can be of different colors, size, and texture. You can get rocks will be in different colors, size, and texture. You can watch in your surroundings also different type of rocks. So here we are going to read especially three major types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. So we will know about it. When the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks. There are two types of igneous rocks: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. You know that when the molten magma lava cools, when after eruption lava cools on the earth's surface or inside the earth, under the earth, thus formed igneous rocks, and they are also called primary rocks. And igneous rocks is divided into two types. One is intrusive rocks and second is extrusive rocks. We will read further. Can you imagine lava coming out from the volcanoes? Lava is actually fiery red molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. When this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. You can say it. What is extrusive igneous rocks? When the molten lava magma comes on the earth's surface after eruption, it rapidly, fastly cools, and after becoming cold, it converts into extrusive igneous rocks. In a sense that extrusive means which will be the rocks which will made on the surface of earth. They have a very fine grained structure. For example, basalt. The Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rock. Basalt rock, the Deccan Plateau in South India, that is the example of extrusive igneous rocks. And sometimes what happened, the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth crust. Solid rocks so formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. Sometimes by chance, when molten magma lava does not come on the surface of earth, so on that time it becomes cool. Lava becomes cool down deep inside the earth crust, and on that time solid rocks so formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. We will understand it by the figure. In the figure, we will understand it properly. Since they cool down slowly, they form large grains. After becoming cool, it forms large grains. Granite. Granite is a type of stone, such a rock. Grinding stones used to prepare paste powder of spices and grains are made of granite. So, come on the next. What do you mean by fossils? The remains of the dead plants and animals trapped in the layers of rocks and rocks are called fossils. So rocks, second type of rock is, we are going to read second type of rock, sedimentary rocks. Rocks roll down, crack and hit each other and are broken into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments. As you know that rocks roll down, breaks, crack and hit each other, and after breaking into small particles, fragments, pieces, these smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. It means that after fragmenting in particles broken into pieces, these sediments of rocks are transported, go from one place to another place by wind or water, and after reaching the place, these loose sediments are compressed or collected in a place, concised, compressed and hardened one after another, one after another. In this pattern, they compressed in a place, hardened to form layers of rocks, and they take the form of layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. Compressed because of water, wind. For example, sandstone is made from grains of sand. These rocks may also contain fossils of plants, animals, and other microorganisms that once lived on them. Sandstone, you have seen sandstone, that is from grains of sand you have seen. These rocks may also contain fossils of plants. You can get the fossils of plant, animals, and other microorganisms, small organisms that once lived on them. Igneous and sedimentary rocks. Third type of rock we are going to read, metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic means characterized by exhibiting change in the form or character. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. Igneous rocks inside and outside earth, sedimentary rocks breaks into sediments. It means that igneous and sedimentary rocks change into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. For example, clay change into slate and limestone into marble. So we can say that igneous and sedimentary rocks change into metamorphic rock under great heat and pressure. Rocks are very useful to us. The hard rocks are used for making roads, houses and buildings. You use stones in many games. For example, 7 stones, pittu, hop, scotch, 5 stones, gitti, fine. So rocks are very useful for us. The rocks are used for making roads, houses, buildings, and children also use to play the games. 7 stones, pittu, hopscotch, and 5 stones gitti you have seen in the village area especially. Come on the next. You will be surprised to know that one type of rock changed to another type under certain condition in a cyclic manner. This process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as the rock cycle. We have seen igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks change into metamorphic rocks. So you have seen that this is a this is a transformation of the rock from one to another is known as rock cycle. In one form to another form, they change their appearance. You have already learned when the molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rocks. These igneous rocks are broken down into small particles that are transported and deposited to form sediment. You can know it. The better example, igneous rocks are broken down into small particles when after eruption of molten magma lava, when igneous rocks becomes solidify, after that it start to convert into small particles, small pieces, particles that are transported by wind and water and go to one place and deposit and to form sedimentary rocks. After collecting in sediments and after compressing by wind and water, it becomes sedimentary rocks from igneous to sedimentary. And when the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rock. And when the igneous and sedimentary rocks will be converted by heat and pressure, they will be converted into metamorphic rocks. And the metamorphic rocks which are still under great heat and pressure melt down to form molten magma. This molten magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. So you know that igneous rock will convert into sedimentary rock, sedimentary and igneous rock will be converted into metamorphic rock under great heat and pressure. And after that, this metamorphic rock will convert into igneous rock in great heat and pressure. And after that, this molten magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. So rocks are made up of different minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition. Minerals are very important to humankind. Some are used as fuels. So you know that minerals made up of different rocks are made. As you know that rocks are made of different minerals, and minerals are naturally occurring substances that are not made by human beings, and they have certain physical properties, qualities and definite chemical composition. And minerals are very important for humankind. Suppose that we use as a fuels coal, natural gas and petroleum. These are known as minerals, natural minerals. They are also used in industries, iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, etc. In medicine, in fertilizer, etc. So we can say that minerals are very important substances. They have with physical properties and definite chemical composition. After that,